y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you don't know me, my name is Katie and I make stuff vegan. Okay, so boom. Remember like my Chicago video, you know, like my Chicago vegan food tour video when I was talking about that sandwich that I couldn't stop thinking about from Ground Control? So it kind of got to me. I was like, you know what? I'm very far away from Chicago right now. Don't have any plans of going there anytime soon. Let me make something shake. And I did. Basically, it's like a Nashville hot inspired sandwich. That's the best way I could, like, you know, recreate it, because it wasn't necessarily like a buffalo sandwich, you know what I mean? So if you want to see how I make this Nashville hot inspired chicken sandwich, keep on watching. Okay, let me focus. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss any of my videos. Also, don't forget that the link to the detailed recipe will be in the description box below. Anything else? Cool, let's get it shaking. I'm so excited. I'm also very annoying. All right. Okay, so the star of the show for this video is tofu. Now, I've already expressed my love affair for tofu. I'll eat tofu out the pack. I think she's great. She's versatile. You know, her name be dragged for no reason, because the people who drag tofu and like, I don't like tofu, you haven't had good tofu, okay? This tofu has been frozen, defrosted, frozen again, and then defrosted. And that's one of my favorite ways to manipulate tofu. I've talked about this method before. Freezing tofu changes the texture of it. It makes it drier. And although like this is not vegan chicken, like changing the texture of it is gonna make it way more believable. Like if you're gonna make this recipe, I would not skip this step. Like just plan ahead. Also, are you vegan if you don't have frozen tofu? I feel like you just have to have frozen tofu because it hit different. It do. Trust me, you do not want to skip this step. Also, we're gonna be frying again, y'all. We're gonna be frying again. So we want it to be as dry as possible. Okay, I went in with a bunch of seasonings and I'm seasoning it liberally because what is this? It's tofu. Okay, you can change up the seasonings as much as you want to, but one seasoning I would like to highlight is the chickenless seasoning from Trader Joe's. Do they even still make that? I don't know. Trader Joe's, they got on my nerves the other day. First of all, I give them way too much free promo, but sometimes they just be discontinuing items. Like, who asked you to do that? Who asked you to do that? Did you send a survey? Did you write an email? A DM? So check your Trader Joe's. I don't know. Okay. Right now I'm making my little batter because I didn't want to use just egg, because just egg is kind of high and I didn't want to be dipping it and stuff. You can use just egg. You can use plant milk. Do what you want to do. I wanted my sauce to be real crunchy, like, you know what I'm saying? So I went in with, I wanted to make a batter. Okay, so it's just water and cornstarch, and every seasoning that I used for the tofu, I put in here. That's like a common thread, a through line, if you will. I'm coming in with my better than bouillon, no chicken base, chickenless base, whatever. Get you this. You can get it on, I have to buy mine on Amazon now because I can't find it at my local Whole Foods, but I will link that. Use that, okay? Don't skip it. We want it to taste like chicken, okay? So we got a chickenless seasoning, we got the little chicken in the batter, and we got even more chickenness in the thing, right? So this recipe, like, it makes it taste like chicken without it being like poultry, you know what I mean? Okay, now I'm gonna make the dredging thing, same thing. Keeping my through line of seasonings. Also, while you're doing this, be sure to taste as you go along, especially like the batter, because you don't want to get to the end of it and it's like, dang, I did all this work. I done worked over the stove. It's hot in my house now. I done did all this and it's salty. Okay, that's very much not good. Okay? All right, so now I'm going to prepare my tofus, my chicken cubes. I don't know, girl. I will prepare for frying. What you're not gonna do is what I did. So the funny thing is, what I was doing I knew it was wrong. But because where the camera was and all that other stuff, like I didn't feel like doing two hands, but you'll use two hands because you're better than me, okay? Because all of the flour just caked up. I was looking like a frog, okay? But you're gonna go into the batter, into the flour, back into the batter, back into the flour. Just like that, okay? In my medium-sized skillet, I'm gonna put about 1 inch of oil and I'm gonna fry that joint. I was gonna like deep fry them, but like, I just wanted to like wrap it up. Who said that? Wrap it up then. Was that Quavo? I don't know. Anyway, I wanted to be like that, okay? So, but do whatever you want to do. Okay, so say you don't want to fry. You be like, I'm tired of Katie frying stuff. Listen, that's my business, first of all. Secondly, instead of dipping it back, okay, so you dip it in the batter, dip it in the flour, dip it back in the batter, dip it in panko. Okay, if you don't want to fry, and then spray with a non-stick spray, and then bake it. Okay, and I would bake it on like a reasonable temperature, because what you don't want to do, you know, it would be real nasty if you did all that baking and the inside was soggy. So like, how about at like a 350, 375 moment if you wanted to bake it, but do not bake the flour. We've been here, we've talked about this with the bang bang tofu. I am hoping that you remember, do not bake flour just out there like that. Okay, it's gonna be nasty. Okay, so this is kind of like stepping away from the Nashville hot tradition. Normally the Nashville hot sandwich, from my research, I don't live in Nashville, don't come from me, but from my research, it's just the chicken, pickles, and bread. But I want to put a little slaw on it, because like that's what the sandwich that I had from Ground Control had, so I was gonna make a little slaw. It's just coleslaw mix, mayo, salt. Did I put salt in this? I just realized I'm not. Oh yeah, I did salt, pepper, ground thyme, because I can't live without dry thyme, not ground thyme. And I put a little bit of agave to cut through the richness of the mayo, because it was like a little OD with it. Okay, so here's where things like take a left turn, because this is one of your things where like I made this on a day where like I was eating healthy all week. Okay, so I'm just in my moment. I'm gonna melt some butter. And I'm gonna add a little bit of the grease from the tofu. It's not the Katie hot sandwich, okay? It's Nashville. Talk to them about it. I am just the messenger, okay? The vegan messenger. I'm gonna put a whole bunch of cayenne pepper. Now, I don't think cayenne is that spicy. I mean, it had like the back of my throat being like, ooh, what's this? But it wasn't like overwhelming, but use your discretion here. In total, it'll be in the recipe, but in total, I use about 4 tablespoons of cayenne pepper, and I feel no type of way about it, but you know, do what you want to do, okay? But what I will say, just so you can make sure you keep the color consistent, for whatever, like when you look at my you know, I'm talking about the recipe, compensate with paprika. You know, paprika don't really taste like nothing unless it's smoked, you know, so don't use smoke, but it don't really taste like nothing. So it's just vibes. Okay, so just compensate that so it still maintains its color. And then y'all saw what I added, some seasonings, and then I also cut through the oil. Let's be real with it. The oiliness of the butter and the oil with some agave. Okay, you can also use brown sugar, but I didn't want to do that. And that's the consistency you should be getting. Okay, let's assemble this up. I got these ciabattas. Ciabatta? It's ciabatta. It's definitely ciabatta. I got this ciabatta from Trader Joe's. It's one of my favorite ciabatta breads. If you got a Trader Joe's by you, I give them too much. I give them too much free promo, but it's like the best ciabatta bread. And that's on Mary had a little laugh. Anyway, let me focus. We're almost there. Okay, I'm gonna dip in the sauce and drain it. Look at that, babe. Okay, I put some pickles on it to maintain tradition, and then I topped it off with my little slaw. Lean in. Come here. Lean in. Make the sandwich. Okay? Make the sandwich. The link to the recipe is in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe so you never miss any of my videos. And I will see y'all in the next one. Bye, y'all.